attempt at this video, fourth attempt at this video. This is Pumpkin. Okay, she just came from over there. Let me try not to get any signs or license plates in this video. Anyway, there we go. She thinks she's supposed to be over there. Here's some food for you, honey. We've had this cat for 12 years, going on 12 years. Okay. This fruitcake across the street shows up and decides that this cat is suffering and he needs to change her name to Otis and keep her in his garage. He's not there right now because it's a Sunday. It all started when there was two previous businesses ago. Mexican mechanic shop was there, lady in a camper, a little girl, and also an SUV. She shows up, starts throwing food all over the end of our driveway, all over the lot over there, attracting all the stray cats, as well as our two cats, one of which she later stole. Okay, we had that cat, which was this cat's daughter, for about 8 years. Going 7 or 8 years, almost 8 years. She asked if she could have one of these cats. I said, not this one, and not this one. You know, instead of stealing a stray, she steals our cat. Meanwhile, there's this other cat that was in our garage for 6 years, popping out about 2-3 litters of kittens a year. We couldn't catch her. We didn't make any claim to her, but this cat here, her son, who was a wandering stray, ran off, showed up with 3 kittens one day. I actually ran one over. Another one got taken to my sister-in-law's house. It later died somehow. And the other one was in our garage for 6 years. But anyway, I don't want to go off a tangent about other cats. This is about this cat. Her name is Pumpkin. Okay? My sister-in-law bought her for her niece nearly 12 years ago. She was spayed a short time after having a litter of 2 kittens. So my niece moved across town with her family and ultimately ended up in a different town with her boyfriend. And, Pumpkin's here. So basically it's been my sister-in-law's cat for 12 years. And after that one business left, they were joined with another business that came. And before this business changed name and owner being one of the previous employees, he was there. He showed up after working for the food bank. He retired on there. He tells me this cat's name is Otis. Her name is Pumpkin. Pumpkin, Pumpkin, Pumpkin. She is a girl, a female cat. I have told him, my sister-in-law has told him. And it went in one ear and out the other. He insisted the cat was suffering and he wanted to give her a good home. We both told him multiple times that's not the case. He even got over my sister-in-law's face next door several times. He's been stalking her, accusing her of abusing the cat and stuff. Okay, this cat had a broken paw and my sister-in-law nursed her back to health. Well, I don't think it was broken. It was sore. But this was before this jackass showed up. And she also had some wounds on her lower back from one of the strays, but it stopped bothering her. My sister-in-law, of course, was treating it with medication ointment. Right, Pumpkin? She was taking care of you, right? Yeah. But this jackass decides to take the cat to the vet in the middle of winter, and they shave the cat. Shaved her. Right, Pumpkin? Were you cold after that happened? He doesn't mind his own freaking business. I'm sure he told the vet that the cat's name was Otis or some shit like that. Her name's Pumpkin. I'm making a video about you, honey. So anyway, this fruitcake now, since about Christmas Eve or the day before, has been locking Pumpkin in his garage every night. One day, a customer commented on what a nice cat he had. Not his cat. He stared directly at my sister-in-law and says, I keep her inside so she's safe. How freaking this guy is. I wasn't here for that. But he'd been locking her in his building every night. Let me go let the wiener dog in. There's been a couple times where he didn't. This past Sunday, she somehow eluded him because, it's Sunday now. I mean, the previous Sunday. Go ahead, honey. Good girl. She somehow eluded him. I wasn't there after 2 something in the afternoon. Fast forward to yesterday, which was Saturday, he put her inside about 12:30 when I left for my doing work. She was on my sister-in-law's porch, and of course my sister-in-law's taking my son to the thrift store. Right as this guy pulls up right as we're leaving, cat runs to him. I didn't see her until today. I mean, close to noon. He hasn't been there today, but he's going to come back here like clockwork. He comes back between 6 and 8. He comes back when the sun goes down. And he starts shouting hose at the top of his lungs, ignoring his pumpkin. I mean, for months and months and months, she wasn't responding to that name, but lately she's been. Because he was coaxing her with food. Now she responds to that name and probably thinks it's her name. I don't know. But this really pisses me off. And this guy's he does this openly, like he's implying that he dares us to say something. His behavior's gotten more and more brazen lately. He sends out a search party for her cat. Don't mind me, Pumpkin, I'm talking to the camera. He sends out a search party for her when he can't find her. He has this kid that I've known since this kid was 7. I used to work for his grandma at a store. He's about 17 now, maybe, I don't know. And that kid tries to lock her up. We had 2 or 3 nights in a row there a couple weeks back where they were both at the end of our driveway shouting hose at the top of their lungs. Again, her name is Pumpkin. She's not a dude. One day, I was out back and I heard him chase her down. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, Daddy got ya." He referred to himself as Daddy. That sickened me to no end. It just sickened me. You don't steal someone's cat and claim that she's, that you're her daddy. We've had this cat for close to 12 years. She's not suffering. If she was, she would have died about 10 years ago. There are a couple other families on this block that have outdoor cats. Anyway, this jackass over here, he's got more brazen though with his behavior. I told you about the search party he sends out, about him coming into our yard. Now, he turns his car around, does a complete 180, and points headlights down our driveway every night. I was out here with my son, trying to coax the goats back into the backyard, and I grabbed the cat. The cat was on the hood of my car. The kid was unsuccessful in getting her, right? So the dude tries it. But my son has me take the cat to the backyard, but she sees the goats, freaks out, and runs across the street. The dude's like, "Oh, there she is." And a kid was saying something, and the dude's like, "Fuck it, I'll just get her later. I'll come back and get her later." I don't know if he did or not. There's a van over there at the end of the lot. He came back in an unmarked vehicle and parked behind it for like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. Didn't get out. I've been in and out all night with the dogs with the porch light on. So he didn't come and get her. I heard him say before that when they were leaving, like, "They're right there in the driveway, trying to hold on to the cat." Well, buddy, she's not your cat. He came to our yard, scared the crap out of my autistic son one day. My son was running around screaming. He came in the bacyard. He's like, "There's Otis back there." I'm like, "I don't know anyone by that name." He was asking my son if I was back there. My son's running around screaming like a lunatic, of course. "You want some more?" "The more than can." But anyway, this guy doesn't seem to get the message. He got pissed off one day because all 4 of us were on the porch next door with the cat. And my sister-in-law said that he showed up like 5 minutes later. And when I got over there, he was in an unmarked vehicle that I had later seen. The other day. And he did like a U-turn, stared at us, and drove off. The guy is a nut. He pays more attention to this cat and fawns over this cat more than he fixes his vehicles. He has another employee over there that does all the work because he doesn't do much of anything. I'll pour more right here for you, hon. Now, before I can even get out back, of course, he's going to show up. Because I'm supposed to be feeding my goats, not doing a rant. I'm going to go and feed my goats. But he's going to show up and he's going to start shouting that hick name that he gave her. And he might get her. I'd prefer she stay in the backyard with me, but sometimes she does. Sometimes she doesn't. There's like a side shed by a chicken coop. When I put the light on, she'll lay in there for a while. That's how I manage to elude him sometimes. You know, she'll stay in there when I'm outside. But he'll get her. 9 times out of 10, he locks her in his garage. Because he's a total dick. He seemed like a well-meaning guy at first, but then we both explained to him more than once the situation. And he doesn't get it or doesn't care. He knows her real name, but he changed her name so she wouldn't identify with us anymore. He changed her name. Has his employees, his customers, his delivery people calling her that. He scoops her up, puts her in his car every damn day. He'll keep the driver's side window down so she can get up, but he scoops her up, puts her in the car, tries to get her sleeping there. Lately, she's been jumping out, coming over here because she remembers this is her home. This is where she's meant to be. We don't call her Otis. Her name's Pumpkin. Not once in her entire life, in 11, 12 years of her life, has anyone over here referred to her as Otis. Her name is Pumpkin. This guy has 7 of his own cats. 7. I don't know how many of them cats that he stole from people. But Pumpkin's not a stray. He knows that. And his behavior is escalating, and I don't trust him. He's going to do something either to my sister-in-law or me or my son. I do not trust this man. He is I think he's borderline nuts. And I think he is going to do something violent here shortly, sometime within the next few months, if he doesn't have his way. If you have a cat, she spends a lot of time outdoors, keep an eye on her. If you or one of your relatives has anxiety and can't confront someone who tries to take them, well, find someone that can, or just simply hide the cat as much as possible. Give the person in the business a bad review on the internet. Maybe they'll go away. I don't know. Have a nice day.